Hi friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name's Yureli, and today I'm just gonna talk to you guys while I set up my budget planner. I have been very distracted when it comes to my budget stuff, and it's time for me to recommit to my budget. It's time for me to recommit to our goals and to be more dedicated to reaching those goals. So I just wanted to get on here, and while I'm doing this, and just talk to you guys where I'm at, what we are thinking our goals are going to be, and how we're going to do that every week. So I'm just putting these stickers down here because I am determined to use these pages this year. I never use these pages. Oh no, it's not April, June. It's April, May, June. Ugh. Alrighty, so our main goals this year is to obviously not accumulate any debt. we don't have any credit card debt. The only debt we have is my car, and we want to keep it that way. Let's see, how many stars do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I kind of want to make this cute because that's just how I am. Let's do a little star here. All right, if you're curious, the sticker book I'm using here, I got it at Hobby Lobby. It's this one, and it's called Numbers and Days. My mom bought this for me. I went to Hobby Lobby with her one day, and my mom like rarely buys me stuff. And she bought this for me. Okay, so if you guys remember, I got this planner from Erin Condren. It was a life planner, like a vertical planner, but I, took it apart and put it together how I wanted so that I could use this for my budget, because it's just too cute and I wanted to use it. So this coil here was sent to me by a friend. And then here's the regular intro stuff from the planner. And it's a Hello Kitty planner, and it only comes in the vertical layout. They don't make it in the monthly. I wish they would have. It would have saved me some work. But this is what I'm going to be using for my budget planner. And like I said, I took it apart. So I put all of the months together back to back up here. And then I just added a bunch of lined paper in the back for me to be able to work my budget and stuff every week. Alrighty, so let's see. I kind of want to save the pretty pages for sinking fund updates or whatnot. So I'm going to keep those there. And let's see. All right, so I really did not gather my thoughts or anything. I just really wanted to talk to you guys. Just have a serious conversation for once, because I'm usually kind of goofy, but I really want to make sure that we are on track, that we stay on track. Last year when I set up my 2022 goals, we had numbers, right? We had numbers that we were trying to reach. And if you remember, last year, the beginning of the year, my husband lost the job that he had been working at. And he was out of work for, I think, 3 months. So obviously, we were not going to be able to reach those numbers that we had set at the beginning of the year because, well, we were living on one income for 3 months. and I mean, that's a stretch. We were surviving. We were surviving. We were pulling money from savings to be able to make up for, any shortage that there was with just trying to live off of one income. So with that being said, I am not setting any number goals this year. We're just not gonna do that because we don't really have anything coming up right away that we need a certain amount of money for. The things that are coming up, we already have the money saved. For example, my husband will be able to file for citizenship this year. We already have the money for that saved up. So that's the only thing really that we have a concrete set in stone number that we needed to reach, but that's been done for several months now. So we're not focused on that. What our goals are though is to continue to save for our house. Okay, so our second goal is to save/replenish our emergency fund. In an effort to simplify the budget a few months ago, I combine a bunch of categories together, such as medical and car maintenance no longer have their own separate envelope in my cash envelope system. I put those and combine them into our emergency fund. So now anytime something comes up, medical wise or car maintenance wise, we're taking the money straight from our emergency fund. In our current financial situation, I don't see anything wrong with that. You might disagree. That's fine. This is our money. We're going to do what makes sense for us. So that is what we have decided to do, is to combine those things. Now, medical things have come up and we have had to pay hundreds of dollars out of our emergency fund for those things. So at one point, our emergency fund was what we consider to be a fully funded starter emergency fund. But with those expenses that came up, it's no longer fully funded. So I want to make sure that we are saving money every week towards our emergency fund. Ideally, like from its current state right now, I would like to add $10,000 to that. I know that that's not going to happen this year. I mean, it could if we weren't saving for a house, which, I mean, technically we could do that, but I don't want to. I like seeing progress in both accounts. And I mean, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, right? It's just the title on the account. We could use it for either thing. And I might change my mind. I'm not saying that I'm not going to change my mind. But for now, I'm saving for these things separately. It's very likely that we might change our mind. But because the emergency fund is in use more, I kind of want to keep them separate so that I can continue to see progress in our house down payment. And the emergency fund is just going to be something that is just going to ebb and flow for a while, at least at this point in our lives and our financial situation and the goals that we have and the things that we're trying to work towards. Okay, my hands are hecka crusty, so I needed to put some lotion on. So those are our main financial goals. Our joint financial goals. Like, I have my own personal, Yureli, don't be buying all the planner stuff. I really need to stop doing that. And so I'm working on that separately, but for our family, this right here is what we've got going on as far as goals. Now let me explain how we're going to be doing this. So here's my crusty dusty notebook that I use. This thing is so ugly, but man, I use it all the time. So I just found a blank page, and this is what this is what the weekly budgets are going to look like. And in order to do all this and to stay accountable, I'm going to have to do, well, I don't have to do it, but I feel like I am going to start sharing this, even though it's boring, even though it's going to be the same thing over and over, week after week. I'm going to start sharing it on my channel and making an additional video every week. I want to thank my friend Ashley over at Ashley Budgets. I'll have her channel linked. Her channel is it's consistent. She is so consistent in how she budgets, on working on their goals, and they make progress on their goals. They make real progress. I mean, they paid off, what was it, $20,000 or $30,000 in debt. So it was not sexy. It was nothing super exciting, but she stuck to it and she did it. And I am so proud of her. I'm so proud of her family for all of the sacrifices that they made to accomplish that. You have no idea. I'm so proud of her. So my budget with me videos are not going to be anything exciting, but really doing them, really sticking to them is what's going to help us accomplish our goals this year. Even though I don't have a set number, that is fine. I just want to build that routine, have that be just automatic, just what we do, and not dip into the emergency fund for anything other than emergencies, medical, and car maintenance. That is what that is there for. That's the only way I'm going to be able to get that to where I want it to be. So in the past, I have done a video on how my husband and I budget our money. So the principle is remaining the same. We combine everything. Nothing is his, nothing is mine. We combine every single thing. With that being said, in my brain, I use his paycheck for certain things and I use my paycheck for certain things. with his paycheck, we're obviously paying tithing right off the bat. And then we're putting away money for our bills. I was doing that for you guys for a while, like using prop money and stuffing our bills envelope, but that was just too confusing because that's not how I budget. So that's going away. I'm not doing that because that's not how I budget. So anyways, tithing, bills, a little money away for our son, and then the rest of it is going towards the house down payment. So that's his paycheck. It's broken down into those 4 things: tithing, bills, son, house. That's how we do his paycheck. My paycheck, similar kind of situation, but it's more detailed, right? So really you can break it down simply too. So I've got money after tithe. So first thing is going tithe. Second thing, we're stuffing our cash envelopes. Third thing, my paycheck is going to cover groceries and other like miscellaneous type of stuff. And then the rest of it is going to the emergency fund. So again, 4 main categories, but this is how we're breaking mine down every week. All right. So this is my rough draft, but we're going to do it here together, just so that you know what's coming up, right? I'm not going to do a separate budget with me video this week. This is it. It's all in one. I will transfer this information over to my pretty binder or my pretty book here later. But for now, this is what it is, right? So just for full transparency, what I'm budgeting for my cash stuffing this weekend is actually my paycheck from last week. So I always write this down just so that I remember, because if I get paid last week, then that gives me all of this week to be able to run to the bank and get the money and then film my video and post it on this Friday or Saturday. So that's how I do it. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is what I have to work with from my income. So as a reminder, I like to limit the amount that goes into these sections right here, so that we have money over here for this. I know that it's kind of backwards. I could say this is how much is going towards the emergency fund and put that up here, and then the rest is what I have for everything else. But this is how we're choosing to do it, at least for now. So for now, the limit this week that I've set for myself for all of my cash envelopes is $550. So the way that I broke that down was my husband has requested to get only 15 because he wants to put more money in certification. So he's down $5 so that we can add it over here. My son is getting 20, dates is getting 30, gas is getting 60, childcare is getting 200, miscellaneous is getting 10, I'm getting 20, and our savings challenges is going to get 25 this week. I did do a scratch off. I didn't film it or anything, but that's how much we're putting away this week. So if we add this up here, we get $380 for our cash envelopes. And then for our revolving sinking funds, we're not doing anything for church family. Pasco is getting 20. Holidays is getting 5. Gifts is getting 5. Certifications is getting 35. Birthdays is getting 10. Clothes is getting 10. Beauty is getting 10. And family fun is getting 10. So if I add these up, I have 25, 5, 35, 10, 10, 10, 10. I have 105 here. For our long-term sinking funds, we're doing 5 for Christmas, 10 for anniversary, 10 for house things, and then 5 for Amazon, 5 for moving, 5 for Amazon, 5 for Buddy Walk. So we've got 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Friends, look at what my mom got me for Christmas. Ooh, I feel so fancy. I rarely buy tumblers anymore, and so we were actually in Arizona for my brother's wedding, and we walked into a Starbucks, and that tumbler was sitting there all alone by itself. And again, I don't buy tumblers, but I know that like those are the thing. And when I saw it in person, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I understand why people love it. And my mom bought it for me for Christmas, so I had to wait until Christmas to actually be able to get it. All right, anyway, so our long term, these are all just getting 5. Vacation 5, Go Wild 5, TechCon 5, School 5, Travel 5, and actually Puppy's not getting anything because we are not even there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So now if I add up this 380, plus 105 plus 40 plus 25 equals 550. And that's what I wanted to keep this at, right? So now here is where it's gonna change from week to week. I don't stuff groceries anymore, and at least for now, that's how it's gonna remain, at least until the weather gets better and I feel better going grocery shopping. But for now, my husband goes, so it's just easier for him to use the debit card, which is fine by me. And actually, if this works out for us, we might just keep it that way, and I'm not gonna stuff groceries. We're just gonna cash flow it from our regular paychecks every week. Unless I see like we are just wasting money, then we'll rein it in. But for now, like I'm okay with doing it this way. So this is where my weekly check-ins are going to come in, as far as like grocery spending and such, because what I'm going to do then is go back and see, okay, how many times did we go to the grocery store or any other like small miscellaneous things, say like we needed to run to Walgreens for something small, things like that. That is going to be in that. If for whatever reason, like something like Walgreens or a random toiletry item or just something random, I can always take from the miscellaneous envelope. That's an option. But if I can just cash flow it, I might just cash flow it. So this week, our combined like grocery expenditures was $111.68. Okay. And that was groceries. My brother and his wife are in town, so like we took them to a little, like I just bought drinks for everybody. And then what was the other thing? Oh, there's a small like Brazilian market here, and I just don't want them to go out of business, so I told my husband to stop by every once in a while and just pick something up. So all of those three things combined was $111.68, and I feel good doing this. Like I finally have a way to categorize those things without making my budget overcomplicated. I don't want to overcomplicate my budget and have all of these different colors for all of these different things and categories, and then wonder like, oh, where am I going to pull that from? I think this is going to work best for us. I like this. I like this. So now I take the 735.38, subtract 550, subtract 1160. Oh no. 111.68, and I'm left with $73.70. All right, so then I subtract that, 73.70, and I'm left with $0. So this week we're putting away $73.70 for our emergency fund from my paycheck. Again, my husband's is separate. I'm not going to show it on here, just for some privacy. I'm not going to show it on there. But again, I'll probably just always mention and remind you guys that his paycheck covers the bills and other things, and my paycheck goes towards these things. All right, so now to our like beautiful monthly calendar here, and how I'm going to be doing like our weekly expenses tracking thing. The only thing I'm going to track on here is going to be things that will fall under this groceries miscellaneous-y type of things that I'm cash flowing every week, and then I'll be able to add those up and see how much needs to go in this line. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining myself correctly, but that's just how I'm gonna do it for now. I'm not going to do like gas. I'm not going to do it. That has its own cash envelope, and we'll take the money out when we spend money there. But the only thing I'll be tracking here is the things that needs to go into the budget. So technically, I'm not putting money for the upcoming week for groceries. Technically, I'm paying money back because like I said, we use our debit card, so I just want to put that money back in the bank. I hope that makes sense. I think it does. I think I'm explaining myself. I think I'm just over talking now. So I'm just going to do that every week. And then over here, I'm going to write down how much money we put away each week towards the emergency fund. I guess I could do that here. This is so cute. I want to use this planner to the fullest. So I can write down here like how much I put away every week for the emergency fund. And then back to that page that I was working on in the beginning, over here, I can write down like the total amount that we put away for our emergency fund and house over here for the month. I think that that's what I'll do. And that way I can just track progress in both places. I mean, I can put the house here too. I don't see a problem with that. And I'll just keep track of like the year's progress. So over here, I won't show like the total amount in those accounts, but I'll just show how much each month we put away towards those things. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Again, it's time for me to recommit. Yesterday, see, I'm filming this on Tuesday. Yesterday, I had the day off work. So while I was at home playing with my son and cleaning and cooking and doing all of the things, I had 3 channels trying to catch up. Like I said, I'm trying to catch up on everybody's channels. So yesterday, I'm going to link these ladies down below. Gigi with Budget with Gigi. You guys, if you're sleeping on her channel, like, go check her out. That girl is on fire. She is, what, like 25 years old. She lives in the Bay Area, you guys, and she is so focused on savings. So yeah, I think I chose the 3... like the 3 girls that I wrote a list, and the 3 that I happened to watch yesterday are Gigi, Ashley Budgets, and Judy Speaks Dinero. Those girls are so focused on their savings and so focused on their goals. They are just exactly what I needed yesterday to like recommit and be reinvigorated and just get focused on my savings. So anyways, that is it. I'll have those ladies linked down below. Please go check them out if you don't follow them already. They are wonderful people and awesome if you need that motivation to stay on budget, to live within your means, and to save money. Like, they are amazing. All right, friends, I will see you guys next time with my cash stuffing. I already showed you the budget for the week, so next time will just be the cash stuffing. All right, bye, friends.